Virgo, hello there. I hope you're keeping well. This is your collective love reading taking you from mid-Feb right the way up until God, I'm out of breath here. Whew. There's like a strong spiritual energy that's coming through. Intuition, dreams, but also confusion as well. That's how I'm feeling at the moment. I'm hearing hazy. So this is going to take you, as I said, from mid-Feb right the way up until the end of March. You'll know by now it's collective, it's not a personal reading, but if it is that you're after something specific, just check out the description box below and that'll tell you how to arrange a personal reading if that's what you would like. Okay, so before we move any further, guys, I'm putting it out there. Spirit is suggesting for you to check out your North Node sign. I'm being really blocked here. It's an energy of someone just not being able to make a decision. They're being an absolute pain in the arse. It's an in and out type energy, and then I hear dreamy. Okay, yep, they're suggesting you check out your North Node and your Saturn sign as well. Saturn sign is about authority, limitations, restrictions, stuff that we've had even from birth or past life, and about time as well. Let's see where all of this takes us then. So what can you give me, please, Spirit? For Virgo, coming into the reading with regards to love. My God, this energy is intense. What can you give me, please, Spirit? How do you see Virgo as of this moment? 5 of Pentacles energy. Typically read as Taurus. That can represent the Saturn energy. But there is a doubt here, a slumping, I feel, because there's no consistency, a wasting of time, or that's what you feel. Something's unproductive and you're just not getting any clarity on it. What can you give me, please, Spirit, of how their party, how they view them at the moment with regards to love? Temperance. Typically read as Sagittarius energy. My words are everywhere, so please persevere, but it's a great sign. Someone's looking at you as kind of dawdling. They know you're working on things, but you are definitely not in any rush, not when it comes to love anyway. Recent past, what's gone down between the both of you in the recent past? They want me to shuffle one last time. What's gone down in the recent Plast? Is someone in a cast or plaster? What can you give me, please, Spirit? What's gone down in the recent past between both parties? The Fool energy. That can be that you've been away. You're going, whilst I'm hearing expedition, I'm hearing there's a new path, but it's not motivating you at the moment, but you're in a very logical way of managing it. You're telling yourself it's the right thing to do and trying to remove yourself from your emotions at the moment. There's something that's holding you back here. And then I've just heard Saturn again. What's happening between both of you as of this moment? So this is you and your party. Queen of Pentacles energy. Some read that as Sag, Capricorn. Others read it as all the earth signs. So that's your Taurus, Virgo and Capricorn. There's a real block in here. It's like a stubbornness. You've put yourself or found yourself in a situation that you're not familiar with and you're struggling adapting. What's going on for your party at the moment within their environment? That, do you know, the nerves are, oh God, it's so overwhelming. It's so overwhelming. What's going on within your party's environment at the moment that apparently you're not aware of? King of Swords. I'm hearing matter of fact, logistics, and then I'm seeing a lorry, like an Eddie Stobart, something like that. And then I'm hearing shipping goods. How do they feel towards you as of this moment? So this is your party, the world. I'm hearing they feel it's all about you. Sorry guys, it's just what I'm getting coming through. Fears, anxieties and concerns when it comes to the connection with you. Knight of Swords. They're worried they're going to say something. They're acting too impulsively, a bit too hot-headed. There's a needing for them to protect themselves here. That's why they're in this logical way of operating, shall we say, at the moment, because there's an avoidance of wanting to engage in their emotions here because they're worried of where it'll take them. Their plans of action when it comes to the connection with you, Knight of Pentacles. I'm hearing, whilst they're treading cautiously, they're on eggshells. Over the next 8 to 10 weeks, Spirit, what do you predict will unfold? Queen of Cups, there's that emotion. I'm getting quite a bit of Virgo Libra. Maybe that you're cuspers or you're involved with a Libra. But there's lack here. There's lack of time. You're not spending much time together to allow anything to develop. I feel it's a connection that's gone on for quite a long period of time. Now, this doesn't have to be who you're romantically involved with. This can be an additional party that's caught up in the mix. But they're getting tired because they feel like they're slogging around or pulling you around with them. And they want you to get yourself into shape. And at the bottom of the deck, we have High Priestess in reverse. I feel there's a relationship here where somebody is now being put in their place, may even be you, Virgo, by somebody who has kept themselves quiet before or has been quite timid, and now it's not really the case. The problem we've got though is this party that you're involved with. It doesn't have to be a romantic person at the moment, because we'll have additional energy coming through as well. But it is a love reading. Is that this party is still, whilst I'm hearing foreign, it feels quite foreign to them asserting themselves. And when they're doing it, they're going about it too harshly. They're going about it all coming from a really hot-headed place. What can you give me on this 5 of Pentacles, please, Spirit, with this Taurus energy? Oh, I don't know whether you're seeing those both come out there. Emperor card, 3 of Cups, and Judgment. Bloody hell. This is the lacking of the confidence with the 5 of Pentacles and the Emperor card. Some of you haven't reached this point yet. You're not going to reach this point until March, April. Maybe even March to June. But there's a coming together, and when you're coming together, I'm hearing it as celebration. You're now beginning to realise, out of fear, how controlling you've actually been over situations. If it's not that you've been controlling, it's that you've been lacking control. And when you're asserting yourself, the assertiveness is coming when you're allowing yourself to get too frustrated. And then you've got the guts to say it, because it's being fueled by the anger or the frustration, where when you're calm, it'd come out better, but it's as if you haven't got the guts then. Maybe that you're involved with an Aries or a fire sign, so that'll be Aries, Leo, or a Sag. But I feel there's something that you're not feeling confident about that's predicted to unfold. What time period have we got here? I reckon it's around July, August, you know. There's something you've got to take leadership towards or make a really big decision on, and you're panicking because you're not quite there with your assertiveness yet. What can you give me, please, Spirit, with this Temperance cards? What can you give me of how they see Virgo as at this moment? Balancing things out, maybe with money, time, Page of Cups, and as you, the Hermit. Your party views you at the moment as reassuring them. Whatever it is, this task, and then I've got duty that you're having to take on, it's going to take time for it to start feeling familiar or better, but they're seeing you putting the work in. They are wanting to offer up, but there just doesn't seem to be that emotional depth or the real want that's there. And if the opportunity comes in, they withdraw. But part of this as well is because they don't feel you're fully revealing everything. There's a sugarcoating vibe that's going on here, as if they feel you're making a situation. Let's see what card that is. Page of Pentacles. You're making a situation seem better than what it actually is. You're needing time to go away to really assess a situation, but there's secrecy. There's secrecy about something here, or you're worrying about some communication that's going to come in, or suggesting something that you both start together, and there's resistance there. The Hangman in reverse. They see you as going back on your words. You put suggestions out there, you get yourself all balanced, put suggestions out there, and then when it comes to the crunch time, you withdraw. So much confusion. I feel that's that Neptune energy that's coming in. Fool energy. Recent past, what's gone down between the both of you, please, Spirit, in the recent past. 8 of Swords. There's that Libra. Justice and 2 of Cups. They feel or felt, depending on where this fits, but it's the recent past, that you're messing them around. It's that energy again, that free spirit type energy of getting things cracking with that Fool card. And then there's a holding back again, the going into self-preservation. Maybe that you haven't got enough funds. One of you or both of you haven't got enough money to move forward. So you have these ideas, you get all excited, put the wheels in motion, and then you have to stop and have a reality check. But now this is being made clear by them to you. And you're trying to work something between yous. I feel there's an additional party coming in on the mix here that's telling you about the way that you are, and they're trying to take control. But they're reaching out as if, I'm hearing a helping hand, but it's not coming from a place of genuineness. This 2 of Cups here, this is either the extra party, maybe a family member, close friend, that's trying to reach out to you to influence you. They may even have stopped talking to you, stopped engaging with you if they can't get their own way. There's quite a strict vibe, quite a clinical vibe, an ignoring energy if they don't get their own way or if they have to take responsibility. But this is somebody extra on top of your connection, but they're trying to influence you behind the scenes here. If it's not influence you, well, I mean, it can be seen as gossip. Queen of Pentacles then. What have we got of how things are between the both of you at present? Devil. Queen of Cups again. And the Death card. Bloody hell. As I said, there's an outside influence here. This Queen of Pentacles doesn't have to be one particular person. Doesn't even have to be female. Can be male or female. But it can also be a family. And I'm feeling there's anger here within the family, and it's really impacting the relationship moving forward. Maybe that you or your party, because there's strong Capricorn as well coming through in this reading. They're realising now how angry they actually are, and they can't carry it forward anymore. But there's a fear as well, and I'm seeing a dragging back, as if trying to reel other people in. One of you or both of you, because you don't know how to move on. But everybody else is. There's somebody that's a guideline for you here, I feel, but this is impacting your relationship because you're noticing people external to you, or externally things are changing. You're not seeing things, or you're still seeing things through the eyes of the anger. May even be that when you're viewing things, you realise they're not the same anymore, but it's this anger that you can't shake off. But it's because you're going through a massive transformation. But this is really impacting your relationship. Strong Scorpio as well. What can you give me, please, Spirit? How How is this impacting the relationship? 3 of Wands, because people are moving on. And you're realising now, or your party's realising, or both of you, that to be able to move on, you're going to have to put the graft in like everybody else has. There's a massive avoidance here. So avoiding, it's shocking. King of Pentacles. Both of you know you need to move on, whether that's together or not, but there's a needing for you to cooperate. This may be because there's children involved, but there's a place that you are telling yourself you're at within your head, as if to say you're healed, and you're not. You're telling yourself you're healed, or you're a lot further along than what you are, because you don't want to deal with what this upset is. Whatever this upset is, I hope I said that right. But now you're realising everyone else's relationship, it's moved on. They've let it go, or they've come to a place of, I'm hearing complacency, but you're not there and you're angry. But the only way is through. You're only going to get to a place of, it may not even be resolve, but a place of calm. By going through, there's this issue that's overhanging you and your party as well, and you need to tackle it both together. Taking yourselves away on holiday, going on days out, splurging, spending a lot of money, that isn't going to make this issue go away. You need to work on it together. It's folding out into other areas of your life, maybe causing you to overspend, overeat, gamble, drink. But this issue, because you're so angry, you feel you're going to get like that when you discuss this issue. Now, this may be with your party, maybe within therapy, and that's why that Hermit card is up at the top there, and you've got the 3 of Wands. But there's a needing of prioritising. You need to prioritise something here. Down here then, what's going on within your party's environment at the moment that apparently you're not aware of? Ace of Swords. Whew. Strength card. 9 of Swords. Okay, your party's confided in somebody. They realise they don't want to go into the emotions. They can't cope with that. They're putting it at arm's length. So the way to try and get around maybe you or somebody else, but I feel it's you, is to come in all submissive. They're trying to give you the impression that they're healed and they're dealing with these issues that they are bringing to the relationship. Now, it's not just them who'll be bringing the issues to the relationship. It'll be both of you and all other factors that are involved as well. But they're coming in this false type of energy, trying to make it look like they're healed, and it isn't them, it's you, because you're still going and doing work. You may be going to counselling. I'm hearing rehab, but then I'm getting sports rehab. But they're getting stressed because this new approach that they've got, it isn't genuine. They're pretending they're healed and they're not. So it's only a matter of time before they get triggered again. Card just flipped itself over there. The Tower and 6 of Cups. They're having a massive reality check about what's happened in the past, the consequence that they've had, not just on their own life, or realisation, not just of what the impact is that they've had on their own life, but on their families as well. But there's somebody that's being reached out to here, and it's got to a point now maybe where their tolerance is running a little bit low and they're saying something exactly how it is, and your party's having a meltdown because now they're seeing it for exactly what it is, and they'll go quiet. Your party will go quiet on whatever this resource is, or whoever this person is that they're reaching out to. because they're seeing something now for what it actually is. But there's a constant comparing, and I feel you're comparing yourself to somebody else, maybe other family members, and wondering why you're not there. But it's because the avoidance, I feel it's massive, but it's something you both need to go at together. But it's catching you up now. You can't hide from this upset anymore. Your body, it wants a break. There's more messages coming through. I feel there's issues here. You may have had issues with your mum or your dad in the past. You've grown up thinking that it's your mum who has been more, if not all, of the issue. But I feel there's a father role here, or a dad, maybe be an uncle, granddad, somebody who's had a really big influence on you. They've tried to put themselves across in quite a idealistic way, that they're happy all the time, and they're not. And there's a massive realization here, because you're realizing it's not just this female energy or the mum, the nan, that is responsible for it all. But you're unsure of where to place this anger, and it's now showing itself in the current relationship you're in at the moment. But what's going on behind the scenes is I feel it's a dad that's coming in here, granddad, and they're very sharp with the way that they say things. Very abrupt. And they're now coming in quite submissive, because they're recognising the stress that they've put onto you. And it's stuff from the past, or from when you were a child. But they're also worrying because they're seeing you now changing, adapting, and taking this mother role into consideration more, giving her a little bit more leeway. And they're worried you're going to start finding things out about them in the meantime, of where they've gone wrong, because this party has always put it across that it's been this mother role that's been the whole problem. There's a lot of game playing here, but what's happening is it's coming in on your relationship. And this is what you've been trying to avoid, or one of yous have. And it's catching up with you now, because you're realising the way that you're viewing something isn't how you're running it through in your mind. Your mind is still caught up in the past, but when you're seeing it, it's not matching up anymore, because these people have changed. What can you give me on this World card, please, Spirit? So how does your party, how do they feel towards you? A present, Star, Queen of Swords, and Ace of Pentacles. Your party feels there needs to be closure now to whatever this is, whatever this issue is. I feel it's from a child, because of how it's impacting your relationship. They may even be coming in and handing you money, telling you to go for therapy or reach out somewhere to help you gain closure on this. But what they're not recognising, or I feel admitting to, is that they've got things that they're caught up in as well from the past, which they also don't want to go into. So whilst they're happy coming in and telling you that you need to go for healing, you need to break this cycle. You may have been going round in this cycle for about 12 years. They're telling you, you need to go and get yourself sorted. You need to do this and do that. But they need to as well, because they've got their own issues, but they won't go there. There's a passing of the blame. If it is that you have said to them that you both need to go somewhere because you've both got an issue, maybe to relationship counselling, family counselling, rehab, together, they're just sitting back waiting for you to say that to them again. But you're saying it at a time of hot-headedness. I don't feel your party's taking you seriously. I really don't. What can you give me on this Knight of Swords, please, Spirit? Fears, anxieties and concerns when it comes to the connection with you. Seven of Pentacles. Four of Swords, and again the Temperance. This is exactly what I'm going on about. When they react or they do something, that's exactly what they're doing. They're reacting to it. They're not going into something calm-minded, or because there's a willingness. They're waiting until they hit crisis point and then reacting to something. But this Seven of Pentacles energy, it's ruled by Saturn. There's a real strong stubbornness here, because they know it's being told to them, this stuff from the past or whatever it is that's going on for you at the moment, you need to deal with, and they won't. Four of Swords energy, and they're just trickling along, trying to make the best out of a bad situation. But the situation that they're in, it's only themselves that's holding them in that situation, but they're trying to pass the blame off. And they see you as passing it back, but they won't go there. What can you give me on this Knight of Pentacles, please, Spirit? Virgo's parties, I was going to say transaction then, not sure where that come in. Virgo's parties, plan of action when it comes to their connection. What's their plan of action, please, Spirit? Strong Scorpio within this reading. Knight of Wands. Bloody hell. Knight of Pentacles. Page of Swords. Okay. They're trying to stall here, treading incredibly cautiously, trying to do everything right. I said that before. They're coming in that submissive energy, making it seem as if they've changed, while you may be going to the therapy or you're making the changes in your life. They're trying to make it seem everything's got better since you've made the changes. So it must have been you. But they're now starting to feel more passionate about working on something long term, but it's going to require a lot of focus. And this is what's bothering them, because they're going to have to be committed to it. The avoidance within this reading is shocking. They're going to keep flying off the handle, I feel. Whenever you go to them with something of value, maybe about time, money, or what it is as a couple you should be investing your time into, they'll keep flipping. I'm also hearing deterrent. They're trying to take you away from this idea and trying to keep it isolated or putting it onto you. Again, I'm saying there's this game playing here. They're putting a blame onto you, so you'll go somewhere, deal with your bit. I'm hearing gaslighting, but they're acting that they've changed, or they're having to tell themselves how they need to behave, but they're not going to be able to sustain it because it's not coming from a place of genuineness. They're not doing the work that they themselves need to do and to bring to the relationship. And they start to get irritable whenever you mention it. I feel that's how it's going to be for the next 6 weeks at least. The next 8 to 10 weeks, what are you predicting will unfold, please, Spirit, with this Queen of Cups energy? 2 cards come out there. King of Swords and the Empress. And more Libra. Strong Libra within this reading. Really, really strong Libra within this reading. Spirit saying, keep working on you. Your party is going to respond to you moving on, but the response to you moving on is only going to be if you come from a place of genuineness. So if you start taking yourself to more higher vibrational settings, putting yourselves in the right type of environments, maybe going for therapy, meditating, but investing that time back into you, that's where growth will take place. And this party will then say to you how they are now willing to get on board with what it is that you were saying, because then there'll be a feeling that you're leaving them behind, but that's their choice. But this is about concentrating on you, putting your energy back into you, not being completely self-absorbed, obviously, and I'm not getting that. But if the opportunity is there and you notice the energy around you isn't right, don't engage in it. It's about becoming more self-aware of your surroundings and a way you can take yourself off. I'm hearing it's just 10 minutes a day. It's just 10 minutes a day. That's all that it is. There's someone trying to motivate you here, and whilst you have them motivating you, you don't do it. But it's exhausting, this party, because I feel they've got more get-go than what you have. And this sitting and hiding, you're now realising, hasn't got you anywhere. Sending massive hugs your way. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe, and look forward to catching up with you end of March.